Simple job. Time is now. What's going on, guys? I keep wanting to call this game the package because like we're carrying a package around, but that was a different intrigue game, and we're back for that sweet Pathfinder playtest action as we all continue to sit on our hands as Seattle is just buried in snow. So there have been no official second edition updates. So my character hasn't changed yet. But that doesn't
I'm
mean
not seeing on my hands. My hands are kind of full at the moment.
Oh, good. Well done. Carrying a box for us because all of us
Yeah,
have
yeah,
10
yeah.
strength.
Yeah, because well, forget just like not having it on us when this thing, if it goes too far away, is just like an insta kill.
Yeah, that would have
First
been
rule of
session
escort
one.
missions: keep the escort near you.
It's Resident Evil 4 all over again. And Josh, Ross, Jason, thank you guys for your support on Patreon, letting us do what we do.
Absolutely.
And Twitch always lights up when I begin streaming, like the Twitch notification on my phone. I always think it's someone who is subbed. It is not. Levi, thank you for hanging out. Levi and I actually, I don't know when Adam posts them, but we will, like pretty much right after this, we're going over to the IOPC for Around the Hearth to talk about musical-based APs. Like take a song, build an AP or an encounter or a monster or something like that out of it, which is definitely a thing to do. Because I've never done it before. It makes it really interesting
People
for me.
obviously jump for Bohemian Rhapsody or something like that.
Is this the real life?
What was that?
Ross exploded again.
Uh-huh.
there was
I exploded. Did you guys explode?
on my
You
end. You
exploded.
exploded. There was no ope this time, but in any
I
case,
was just thinking it gives an entire new meaning to the guy in the back of the room yelling "Freebird!"
Yeah, I was thinking I wanted to make one off of Hotel California and make it this kind of survival based.
You know, I really love the
survival
band
based
Kansas.
dungeon.
The band Kansas is super sweet, but there's not enough like.
I
I feel
don't
like
know
if I grew up in that era, I would have liked it because I really like progressive music, and that's what they were.
I would love to like come be a part of that in a planar crossroads like I did last time I was there.
So Levi
But
and I will
that's-
talk to
that-
the guys because Adam's internet's real bad. So if all of us just kind of raid again, his connection
Okay.
will crap its pants.
No, that's
It
Anywho,
didn't.
Jason,
Oh.
give us things to kill. Give Josh things to betray the party with.
Well,
We're all gonna die.
I just
I think
Well,
I
if you're
think I've
cool.
made enough deals. I think I made enough deals, quite frankly.
Fair.
okay. So
The job is simple. The outcome is anything but.
And they usually are.
well, little things that make life interesting. Okay, so y'all were getting ready to. It is about 10 in the morning. You're getting ready to. You were ready to leave the Vale, and you said you were going to go down the available river, as opposed to trekking over the mountains a little bit more. So if you'll pull, I know this is the one you have up on the main screen, but your choices are basically to either walk over a little bit of the mountains, there is a path, and to the lake, or in about the same amount of time you can get to the headwaters of the river to float down. Question is whether you want to hop into lake. Let me see if I can say properly, Cava Pesta, which sounds like a really unusual Italian coffee.
Well, yes, it does.
I don't know what it is about this game, but Italian cooking seems to be the underlying theme.
The underlying
like-
theme of all of Usulov is Italian cooking.
Flapjack approves.
Indeed.
Some amazing, some horrible, and most of it deadly.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, as far as our path goes, since we're at now like the halfway point of when we will expire, I definitely feel like whichever one gets us there the fastest is the one we need to take. I'm not sure which that is though.
But the good thing at this point is pretty much the hardest traveling is behind you.
Yeah. That is true.
That's real nice.
Hmm.
What
So,
did our map suggest?
Oh yes.
yeah, the map actually shows both routes. It lists it shows going to the lake if you want to actually go by Cavapesto, which is the ancestral home of the local nobility.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds to pull up the name of the very nice person who owns this part of the world. Is that the wrong way to say it?
That
Yes,
might be.
Count Lucien Galdana. He's it's just one of those, maybe if you chose to go by there, you can go by there. Otherwise, it's just as easy to go down the river. I didn't see a secondary name for this section of river.
Okay.
Oh, it's the Senior River. Sorry, I have to pull up a different map because I don't quite have the resolution on the larger one that
Mhm.
y'all have.
Right. So my thing is, we want to take the river, but we lack a boat. Is something I realize. So my first thought might be we might need to pick something up, and that might mean selling off our wagon and our pony here, and then picking one up when we. Well, looks like we'll no longer need it. To be frank, looks like we can just follow the river all the way up and around, and it should take us all the way to Castle Cronquist. The only real issue with that plan that I see is that means we'll probably have to portage the boats for a little while, which will be fun, given that we have no strength amongst us.
Very
Boy.
little. I mean, if you average out our strength.
Oh, you average out our strength. It's horrendous.
Our
But
Yeah.
strength- our strength
and
is
the thing
10.
there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Because it'd be,
well, I
we
guess
would
it's not
need to
really
carry
horrendous.
the chest, all of
but-
our personal gear, and then, like, what, 2 canoes?
I mean, I can handle the chest very well. I can handle the chest. It doesn't seem like it's going to be an issue. Heck, I could even carry it around in combat without it being the worst thing
Bash
ever.
people with the chest.
Yeah. Improvised
That
weapon.
sounds like a great.
Would it be considered? Oh wait, no, I don't. Well,
We would
I mean,
all die.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please don't make the chest angry. The consequences will be dire.
Right. Look, it's already threatened me with anti-joke magic. So
Dale and I too. So that's. I guess my first question becomes: what's the like? What can we purchase here in this town in the terms of like a boat?
Everybody give me a society check,
Oh, good.
Cool.
because I will assume everyone kind of asks around.
Mhm.
That seems reasonable enough.
Yeah. All right. I'm bad at this. Here we go. Well, I'm not bad at it. It's a proficiency-based
I'm
system.
gonna
I'm
say
not bad
I
at
don't
anything.
ask around.
Thanks. Like, yeah. No, we good. We're good.
Aw.
Mainly
I
because
love
I
it
don't
when
have
the
a good
first roll of the
charisma.
night is good.
Yeah, feels good.
It's okay. I'm
But also because I'm probably staying with a chest while everybody else is actually running around talking to people.
Also fair. Yeah.
That's more so.
okay.
That's more so if I tend to say I'm not doing extra Y, it's because I'm very explicitly staying with the chest.
Mm.
That works. So Lillian, Levi, you find someone who would be willing to buy the horse and wagon. Silumgar, you find that if you can make it down to the nearest embarkment, there's a small boat ramp, for lack of a better term, about 3 miles out of town. And traders come through. Boatmen come up this way a few times a month. So, depending on timing, you might be able to find someone there.
Yeah. It also dawns on me that we'll definitely need we'll need someone to pilot the boat, I assume. No one took the I can't think of the sailor background. Anybody? I was afraid of that. So you see what I mean? It's unless we just have like 4 paddles and we go. I think we can figure that much out. But a much bigger boat, I think, will cause us to flounder. I'm not intended.
And finally, for the best roll, hopefully not of the night, Gale. As people start to go around, the acolyte who's manning the gate motions to you to come to them.
Absolutely, I'll do that.
Master Neverknow?
Yes.
The bishop sends his greetings and lets you know that if you go to the first embankment of the Sene River, there are 2 boats. If you mention that the bishop suggested you use their services, they will take you where you want to go without question.
Hooray for Norgaber! Said no one ever.
All right. I will bow and thank him for the information, and I put 5 silver pieces in his hand and say, "For your trouble, sir."
The person looks side to side real quickly, notices the local villagers and says, steps back. Pharasma be praised, as makes the spiral of Pharasma, accepting your donation to the monastery. So I would assume at this point we are off to see the river.
The wonderful river of Ustalav.
Yes, we are off to see the river.
And Tommy, you stole my thunder, because next was going to be the wonderful river of Ustalav.
We're just on the same wavelength tonight. That's all it is.
Oh, that's a scary thought for y'all.
Why, yes.
Okay.
God help us.
I feel like there's a certain song that could be appropriate here.
Why? Well, because.
I think it goes like, "I was caught in the middle of the rain."
I didn't think we were going to AC/DC, but all right.
I think we've been thunderstruck.
Oh,
I think that was when the vampire hit us.
yeah. I'm still
No,
pretty
he
proud of it.
actually
I
didn't
bloodied
do
his nose.
that.
I'm happy with that. I bloodied the nose of something much more powerful than me. Feels good.
I'm glad it feels
Like when a halfling bloodies a giant's nose. It just feels really good.
Silumgar's middle name is now David. Yes. Anywho, to the river.
Okay, so to the river. And whenever I look for tokens to use, I find some of the silliest things on Roll20.
Yeah. I don't get people that use the tokens on roll top downs. I guess it makes sense if you're used to like a board or something, but I've always just made my own.
Yeah. Well, as y'all make your way there, there are 2 boats Uh, they appear to be offloading just basic supplies, flour, other things. What do you do? Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I'm going to go talk to the go to the boat the acolyte mentioned and talk to the person there and arrange for our travel.
That will
Excuse
work
me.
fine. You go up to the group. They're offloading, and the one who appears to be some of them are monks from the. Some are people you've seen in the village. Some are monks from the monastery, and there are 4 people who look like they're boatmen. 3 are offloading, and 1 is overseeing. So I assume, which one do you want to speak with first?
Oh, I would speak with the person overseeing. They look like the person that's in authority.
Not a problem. Yes, what can I do for you?
The bishop has indicated that that myself and my group could use your services.
His Excellency suggests me. Is a moment. He waves over one of the folks from the monastery who appears to be most in the senior. So he, asks you to stay where you are for a second and goes over and confirms. They whisper momentarily, and he comes back. Why, yes, I, the bishop definitely was correct in suggesting our services for you. I will charge you standard rates, and all will be good. If am I to know our final destination, or do you wish to inform me as we go?
We can inform you as we go, I believe, right, guys? And I look back to the party.
Simir will nod.
Shoulder shrug of
I'm just looking around, not even paying attention to the conversation.
My party is very lively. I will say that. I will say I will let you know as we go along.
That being said, if you would, please let me know as far in advance so I may plan efficiently.
Of course, and I bow my head.
As for cost, since I do not know if there's time to trade for us to maintain our trade, the cost will be less. However, otherwise, if we are unable to do our normal trading, the cost will be 1 gold per person per day. That that should provide us a minimum amount of profit.
Well, if we have 60 gold, I'm not sure what our wealth is like because I haven't been keeping track of it, but 60 gold would get us, considering we have literally 15 days to live, might get us there fast enough.
You make it sound like you're unsure whether you're going to survive.
Tommy, we have 135 gold.
I would. Yeah, if Sealamgar hears this conversation, he'll step in and just take 60 gold out from like wherever we're storing our wealth and just kind of look at everyone and like meet everyone's eyes real quick as if to see if someone is going to stop me. Assuming no one does, set the 60 gold down.
I'm good.
Part of me wonders if I'm not the one carrying it, since I'm just kind of the one carrying the pack, the packs for the group.
You being
Although we had
packer.
like a bag of. Do we have a bag of holding, or am I misremembering that?
We almost did, but then we didn't.
We
Right.
do.
We didn't grab it because it would blow up the chest in us.
Mhm.
There we go.
Yeah, no. So I imagine it's
Okay.
probably. I just imagine I'm kind of the one carrying most of that sort of stuff, and that's just been my job.
Makes sense. Okay, well then.
I kind of taken it as PK's character has been the face.
Dale is the face. Two of us are. I'm the DPS. Then we have an alchemical crafter, and you're the mule. Yeah, it's fair.
Mule and general. Backbone. I'm the
Mhm.
muscle.
Yeah.
Literally.
And here now, my choice of icon is now even more appropriate.
Accurate.
Yeah.
It really is.
So then Sealamgar was, well, my associate can pay you 60 gold. We must get where we're going. We have a limited time to do so. 15 days should be more than enough. And we will tell you where to turn as we go down the river. Is this acceptable?
All right, so I hand the person I'm talking to the 60 gold and I say this should cover it at a minimum. And of course, if there's any concerns, please talk to me, and we can take care of any issue that comes up beyond this. And I hand him the 60 gold.
Mm-hmm. I imagine does whoever we're associating with here on the boat, do they have a lot of like Pharasman symbolism on them?
No, they appear to be boatmen.
Okay.
Just they're pretty strong looking. Looks like they spend a lot of time poling either upriver or downriver, kind of small raft sorts of boats. Up here they have they're more of a larger size boat, flat bottom for river use. Kind of like similar to the grand canoes used up in colonial New France, Canada.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So,
just a real big flat bottom boat. Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of strength, like, are they me strong or are they like even stronger? I have a strength of 16.
The humans probably, the two humans are probably as strong as you or stronger. The two half orcs appear to be half orc working on being half troll.
Jeez.
It wasn't that long ago that Josh fought a scrag not far on Galarian from where we are now, and half troll plus river is scary. But yeah, no, if I'm understanding it correctly, this boat is there's a big pole and you stab it into the mud and then pull, and that's propulsion.
Yes.
So,
and these guys do that for hours every day.
jealous.
So yeah. One of them has biceps that weigh more than Salumgar.
I can
I mean, to
imagine.
be fair, I'm still probably more I imagine we're probably more agile than them, so
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Yes, these guys are lift heavy things from point A to point B all day long.
I just
They-
happen to be.
They could you could outrun them. Y'all have you could outrun them, outfight them, but they would work you into the ground if you tried to work with them.
I mean, I imagine as much because yeah, this is the first time in like forever that I've played a character with really good physical stats, just like all around.
Yeah.
Because 16 strength, 16 con, 18 dex. That's pretty good, like physically built.
It's not
Yeah.
bad. Okay, well, seems like we've got our place. I asked about the Pharasman thing because I wanted to see if I could tie Dale to these people specifically. If I can't, then Silumgar's gonna just, if the money's being changed around, I'm gonna just jump onto the barge. Well, not a barge. A barge is not a quite accurate description. Jump onto the
Yeah.
boat and find a quiet place to sit.
Okay. So I will say it's not hard at all to get everybody on board. There are 2 boats, each with a human and a half orc. Okay, just for grins and giggles. Okay, the leader, for lack of a better term, is in the first boat. Two people need to go in each boat. Who goes in which boat, and where do you want to load the chest?
All right, I'll go in the boat that the leader is in.
Okay.
I am keeping the chest with me since I'm the only one that, in case we are on land, can move it by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So which boat are you going to?
You know what? I'm going to stick with the act that I've been having going with Dale so far, with me being his bodyguard. So I'm going to say that I'm on the boat with Dale with the leader.
Yep. So that puts Lillian
Okay.
and I on the back boat.
Yeah, and we've been good flanking buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Dale have been good. What are those idiots doing running into the horde of enemies, buddies?
Yeah, you have.
Yep. And now while you're on the other side,
Hmm.
2 things. One, how much did I get to sell the horse and cart for?
Uh,
Because you said I found someone.
yes. I would say you can sell them for. It's clear you're in the favor of the bishop. Let's call it 80% of what they would be worth new, because y'all haven't exactly been abusing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we've been pretty nice. Okay, so I don't remember how much they were worth.
That's what I'm looking up.
Okay, cool. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna roll a craft alchemy for repairing the coloration of my butterfly.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
I did not.
No, you did not.
I already cleaned it and it's sanitized, but it's off color and it needs to get back to its pristine perfection.
Of
So
course.
I'm gonna take some time while they're on the other boat, for me to fix it up.
I have never met a person more devoted to going with their natural 1 RP funniness than you, and I love it.
You're welcome.
too.
It's
It is
hey,
good.
it's
I
a good
love it.
time.
Yeah,
love it.
you even have me beat, and that's saying something.
Yeah, it really is.
Ugh. It'd be different if there weren't amusing counteractions, but I do actively for one, I like crafting a lot as a person, so actively spending time working on that is real nice, even if it's for strange reasons.
Of course. Nice. That is how we do it. Well done.
Is this my consistent method? Nat running on something and critting afterwards?
I think they call it fate, but also good.
I think that's what they call the entirety of this game so far.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Not run
This
ourselves into a terrible situation, then proceed to blow everyone's mind as we basically rolled natural 20s to make it work in our favor somehow.
Bad alchemical formula becomes gas rich. Butterfly becomes
Fun.
Time to find out.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh god.
I
Oh
will
no.
say this
Is it gonna-
takes. I will say I'm going to hold. Okay. GM statement. Yes, it is improving it. I'm going to say this is going to be your project for the rest of the day.
Makes sense.
That is acceptable.
So, fear not, you shall not be bored. But yes, the more you work on it, the better it starts to look
By my standards.
by your standards.
It's a very important difference.
Yeah.
Now, I just don't know why you would think that maybe there's a catch in there somewhere. But
Hey, as far as Lillian cares, it's beautiful and it's getting back closer and closer to pristine.
it definitely is.
And back to something, all right.
Original condition.
She's literally gonna spit out a philosopher's stone by the end of this campaign. Just, this is good and I know it! And suddenly she's immortal.
I accidentally put my
me.
soul in it.
Oh,
from a mix, yes, from a mixture of juniper berries, garlic, and cinnamon, she will create the philosopher's stone.
and no one will
However,
ever try to consume it, given how gross it will be.
Oh, and bat guano. I'm sorry.
Of course, as you do.
You have
I
to
mean,
get
what sort of
something-
alchemist doesn't have bat guano on hand?
Just
is-
as I was taking a drink too. Gosh darn it.
Bat guano literally is the material component for Fireball.
I
So-
don't think Ace Ventura the Alchemist would use bat guano, but he would be the only exception.
Fair.
Well, all I can say is it would be, shoot, I don't. I will have to look back. I will review the video record here after this is done and give y'all 80% of what you paid for the horse.
My life.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Mhm. I'll watch this video from 7 sessions ago and figure out what even that was.
Yeah. I should be
Ooh.
able to figure it out.
Mhm.
But yeah, you.
We'll live without the money for now. It's good.
Yeah.
I don't think y'all are.
No, we're good.
Y'all
I
aren't
can make us more
hurting
if we
for
need
money.
it.
Indeed.
Okay, so Dale, Suruk, and the chest.
Yeah, we have
Are on
75 gold specifically.
Which is a lot of money in the playtest. So
Which in a silver-based economy means you're not hurting.
not at all.
Here comes the money. Money.
Okay. So y'all set off down the river after receiving payment. Okay, they ask. They will ask specifically if you mind if they load what they there are a couple bales of goods. You're assuming they're like textiles, that sort of thing. Cottage industry things that they can take downriver and sell.
Mhm.
And they probably do that. Hey, a boat that's moving without cargo is a boat that's not earning money. So they ask if they can load that or if they will be leaving immediately.
Well, my friend, if we were to be going to, I keep slipping into muted. It never fails. If we were to go to Castle Conquest, I'm just going to embrace it, I guess. How long would that take us?
Well, let me see, friend. Barring any great trouble, I would say 8 days, 10 at the outside. Provided normal travel, of course.
Silmgar will nod, and if we're already embarked, I guess look at Lily and just like, we want to tell him to move faster. Lily may be muted.
I mean,
I
I was about to say, I don't think
couldn't
you can talk to
properly
me.
hear your sentence. I didn't fully understand what you said.
Well, basically, I'm just looking at the party and trying to see if we want to give them time to do their mercantile stuff, or if we want to just book it straight to the castle.
I would say that having them do their regular business would make us less conspicuous.
True.
Especially considering the fact we're kind of going underneath the guise that you're a merchant as well.
Yeah, just because we have the bishop's favor doesn't necessarily mean that the bishop isn't keeping eyes on us.
Sure.
Doesn't
Yeah.
mean that his enemies aren't keeping eyes on us either.
Exactly.
To say nothing of the vampire we failed to kill.
Yeah.
The more we look like just regular passengers, probably the safer we stay. We're gonna not be traveling at all if we're dead.
True. Okay. But I'd say it's totally fine for them to load up some stuff.
Okay. In that case, they finish unloading and reloading. About that point, it's noon. They sit down for a noon meal. You notice that they are eating significant amounts because, well, they look like they're going to be working.
Because they expend a lot of energy and need a lot of calories to keep that body from falling in on itself. Yeah, that's fair.
Time to carb up.
Indeed.
Yes. Yes, Selimgar, as you look at them, you realize that perhaps with all of the extra fat and carbs they're doing, you may be getting more than you get from your non just by smelling what they're eating.
Yeah, for sure.
And not long after noon, the lead boatman says, "All right, if you will please load up." At this point, y'all have basically most of the gear, like tents and such, are in the front, are in the second boat. The chest is in the front boat, and I would assume basically everyone has their weapons with them. Does that sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
About right to me.
Okay. And y'all begin sailing your way down the winding river. Dun, dun, dun. I forget. Did I put that up? Okay. So, okay. The rest of the day passes basically without incident. Y'all tie up at a mooring for the night. And at this point, back to you, Lillian.
Yes.
You've been, as you've been working to restore the natural colors on the butterfly, you've been rubbing it with different oils and slowly enhancing it, and it's no longer what it was. It is better than it was.
Oh wow. And it was already such a model of perfection beforehand.
You realize now that the mixtures you have used on it have altered it, but while its exact beauty has changed, you feel like it now is more beautiful than it was to begin with. And I will now say you have an expert crafted piece of art. So,
Okay,
hey, alchemical crafting.
that's fair.
I mean, but you whenever you rub Eye of Newt and Tail of Frog and scrape it on a dragon scale, who knows how pretty something can be.
So
So
now it's officially modern art.
now it is truly a almost photorealistic butterfly the size of your hand.
Dang.
32 though.
Indeed.
32.
Yeah, I'd say DC 32 seems legit for photorealistic wooden butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
So you so what do you do with your new piece of art?
Well,
Because I assume you've just basically been messing with it in your section of the boat all day.
I mean, for one, I kind of how segmented is the boat?
Well, let me.
Because I didn't have it in my head as extremely segmented, but there might be more individual space than I thought.
No, they're here. Let me check one thing before.
Excuse me.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, this I haven't thrown y'all's tokens on here yet, but this is basically it is. Now I shall move the what you can see. Oh, come on. There we go. Dun 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 dun. To the river.
Okay. So I'm on this back one.
Right. So you're pretty much in the tail section here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
and as we continue, I will populate it with y'all's tokens.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Indeed.
I think one of the first things is like in my notebook, sketching out and like noting the details of it once again. Right? Like I took the first one and I sketched it. I tried to get a very solid idea of exactly how it was. And I want to make sure I have a very good record of exactly what the lengths of things are, how deeply indented something is.
Yeah.
However, the next thing is finding material and whatnot for a safe way to transport it.
Okay. Yeah, I would say it's Did I not bring that across? Okay. Oh, now I'm sorry, Saruk. I still have the wrong
That's
wrong
fine.
token
As long
for
as
you.
like you have a token for me, that we can handle that.
Yeah. Okay. And the ever important chest.
Nice.
Let's see if it will. Nope, it won't stay small. But okay. Okay, well, I really did have someone else here, and there we go. So at this point, it should be 2 of you with each boat and the chest in the first boat. So yes, you can easily go through and make your notes and such. Evening comes and it's time to stop. And really and truly, you have made what you think is a good piece of art.
Nice. Never really thought of myself as much of an artist, but hey,
Well,
some days it happens.
how would you view it? All you have done is better reveal the innate beauty of the piece.
There we go.
Like any good artist, Lily needs to start showing it off to everybody else on the boats.
Or replicating
See,
it as
I
fast
don't know.
as
I
possible,
don't
given
feel
the merchant
very-
nature. Sell for lots of money.
Yeah, but there's, I don't know. Like, when you feel that, like, personal draw to it, an item like that is the sort of thing you sell other things to be able to afford.
See, I was more thinking that you get a whole bunch of people to want to buy it. You find out who's got the most gold from that, and then in the silence of the night, maybe relieve them of their burdens.
Yeah.
You know? Now, if I had more magic, what sounds really fun is putting something to track the butterfly and legitimately selling it and then getting it back.
Just watching the path of the butterfly as it goes. It's like those stamps you find on a dollar bill sometimes. Track that
However-
This is one of those times it's terrible because the player in me has has the idea that I'm sure y'all would love, but the GM in me is saying no.
Don't worry, I don't intend to sell this.
She intends to
Okay.
convert to Desmond Faith, as she's made a really nice holy symbol.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
I will say no, it is not a holy symbol of Desna,
Okay.
Good.
but
Shaylin appreciates it.
a strong worshiper of Shaylin or Desna would probably offer you a lot of money for it. And what I would never be okay with as a GM without severe risk, but the player thinks is wonderful, you have to find a way to magically enchant it so you can sell it, and then it will fly its way home.
Oh. Animate object.
Ooh.
Craft construct. Make you a little butterfly gold.
I have craft magical items, so it's not too impossible.
Lily
I
takes the
should have
alchemist
known
class
better.
feat that makes a homunculus familiar, and that homunculus familiar is that butterfly. Springs to life.
Okay,
So
if you'd allow that, I would if you would allow that, I will commit to when we hit 8 that my butterfly will be my homunculus.
No fear.
without the intent of selling and having it flying back. Legitimately just being my homunculus.
Lillian put
Oh,
that much of her heart and soul
okay.
into the crafting that literally some of her soul went into the crafting. Oh, now it's alive. I like it. I can dig it.
Yeah. Oh,
So innocuous. Half the
Okay,
party's
we-
turning into werewolves. One of us is going to sell out everybody at the end. Meanwhile, at the back of the boats, pretty butterfly. Welcome to Ustalav.
Oh, I am
That should
apparently
be
your
on the-
official
that's-
most wholesome character.
That needs to be on the Ustalov tourist flyer.
50% of you will become werewolves. 25% of you will sell out your party. 25% of you will find a butterfly. Which will you be?
As opposed to 25% of you will find a butterfly. Half of those will be eaten by it, but you might be lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so tie up at night. Do you split watches with the boatmen? They take 2 hour, basically 4 watches through the night.
Just like
Do
we do.
y'all mirror? Yes.
Mhm.
Do y'all mirror them?
Seems good to me.
Yep.
Seems good.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It can't hurt.
Mhm.
Okay. Same
Same order.
grouping.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if memory serves, it's Silumgar, Dale, Silumgar, Saruk, then Lillian.
Silumgar
I'm
goes
one
last.
of the night ones because of dark vision.
And Silumgar goes
Okay.
last because he's up early anyway.
Okay. Night passes uneventfully. Get ready to go in the morning. Anything y'all are thinking to do on today's journey?
I
I
guess
finally heal back up to full health.
you did it. I'm proud of you. So now that like a few days have passed since the fight with the werewolves, as Silumgar is practicing his kata in the morning, do I feel, because I only know in meta terms that I have lycanthropy.
Yeah.
Silumgar doesn't get. As I'm moving around, do I feel any different? Does anything react?
Not really.
Okay.
You know, you put some of it down to, perhaps you aren't moving as fluidly as you would expect to as you go through. It's not, you write it off as an effect of the fact that it's cold here in this gray Avastani place, and won't you be so happy when you actually get home and get to kill people in a more civilized environment?
Somewhere a little closer to the equator. Yeah, fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Duly noted.
But no, no fangs growing, hungering for blood rare meat.
Gotcha. Okay, duly noted. Silumgar will finish his kata and we will set off.
Okay. Anyone else, or are we just basically going with the flow?
I mean, I need to do something crafting wise because it feels like a waste of a day not to.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Feel
Can
that?
you enchant my chain shirt? We were talking about that. You mentioned you'd be able to do that.
Like, I mean, it costs about 30 gold
I mean, we have that.
to enchant.
Both in
Yeah.
money left and questionable income floating from selling that horse and cart.
And that would bring my AC back up to 23 and my touch back up to 20?
Mhm.
And it would also increase all your saves by 1.
Yeah.
Seems good.
So it'd be really good for me since I'm one of the more, melee.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
actually
Um,
would like.
I will say you can make reasonable progress on that if you are so inclined.
I can't think of anything I want to do more right now.
Does anybody else like want any equipment they want enchanted / upgraded / anything like that? Because I mean,
I
it would
don't
make
think we can
Saruk
enchant it
nicer.
any bigger.
Well,
Yep.
no, but like I mean, that is in like, does Dale want to enchant anything, or does some? Well, I guess Salem Gar can't really benefit from any of it, but
I wouldn't be opposed to a +2 hand wraps of Mighty Fist or bracers of armor greater than second level.
right, yeah,
But
bracers
of
I think
armor.
that's out of her wheelhouse right now, though.
Well, and that's
Yeah,
out of our
yeah,
money. It drastically goes up.
Well,
well,
actually, I don't know if the game is planning on going to 7th, but in meta terms, Sealamgar's general feat at 7th level is shield proficiency because shields are really good in the playtest. In character terms, there's a lot of scars on Sealamgar's like sides and back from being stabbed by a bunch of skeletons when he ignored them. So it's probably like as we're traveling, one of those shields is just like I haven't necessarily taken it and started to wield it, but I've had my eye on them a little bit. So if you could enchant or at least make expert one of those crappy ancient shields, it will be a thing. Also, it's so weird that I'm a monk with a shield. But I mean, I'm taking it. That's the thing. It's not armor. It's a shield.
Okay.
I mean, the only reason I'm bringing up the whole thing with the armor is because I already mentioned it, and I thought it'd be useful. But once again, I have one of the highest HP pools of the group and one of the highest ACs of the group, and so I'm not. It's just like, do you want to make what is essentially our group's tank here?
I mean, if we don't have anything else specific we want me to craft, that's probably one of the few places we can throw another +1 on something
Yeah.
that we can afford.
Lily,
it'd be-
I actually have a request for you. If but I need to talk to the boatsman first.
Interesting.
I will keep you informed, my friend, but I need to talk to the boatsman.
Okay.
Well, then as that we're traveling, then Sealamgar will pick up one of the shields and just, Lillian, do you think you can make this magical for me? Well, you know how that fight with the skeletons went. I think I need to learn to protect myself. Maybe at least get some of the... Well, the shields are no longer of crappy quality, right? We've buffed them out that far.
They are now of standard quality.
But we can make
it
enough
was pretty
WD-40
certain-
to make those go. Fair enough.
Yeah, Lillian's already done that.
Fair.
Yeah.
But if you could
Yeah,
enchant
Lillian's
it, I would
already
appreciate
gone
it.
and taken care of that.
Yeah. Everything that y'all picked up is now back to standard quality.
Okay.
Like, essentially, we're just keeping hold of it for the purpose of keeping hold of it right now. There's a few things in there that could be useful, arguably, especially for me since I'm proficient in basically every non-exotic weapon.
Yeah,
Because I am the fighter, fighter
Yeah.
archetypes are niceful.
indeed.
So, in the morning, did Saruk stop? Be like, "Hey, can you give me
I'll
a
just
sec to
kinda be
go over to
like-
their boat?"
Well, yeah, I'll probably just walk over and be like, "Oh, hey, Lillian, I was wondering, is that your butterfly?"
Please roll me a perception.
No, it's not. That's a new one.
I was about to roll a 1d10.
Plus, no.
17.
It might be the same butterfly. It's roughly the same shape, but this thing is no kidding a work of art.
I just like
You've
I
seen
just-
priests of Desna who have butterflies that this makes look like a third grader drew it in crayon.
I just kind of like tilt my head. Oh. So I guess this is what they mean when they say finding a diamond in the pile of. I'm just gonna look at it, just like so weirded out. Like how, you have magic hands. That's it. You have magic hands. I'm just gonna go with that. You just have magic hands or something because that
You didn't see
actually
the
looks like
potential
art.
in it before this.
No,
It
obviously
clearly had
not.
the potential.
Well, I am obviously terrible at finding said potential. My deepest apologies. It could, like, Saruk is just kind of staring at it, kind of like slack jawed, just like, oh my god, because he's just so shocked. Well then, I was going to ask if you'd you know how to enchant gear, right?
Yes.
I was wondering maybe you'd think about doing that from a chain shirt. I say, kind of just like tugging on it. It doesn't give me as much protection over, swords and things of the nature as the full-on chainmail did, but I've certainly enjoyed the increased mobility. Yeah,
Nope, that's
the
what you said.
increased
Mobility.
mobility.
You can't talk. The butterfly is too pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would really appreciate it if maybe you'd look into it, especially if we have the money.
Oh, I suppose I have the time.
I mean, if it's not going to get in the way of your other project here, I just look again at the butterfly like, ow.
Oh no, this is quite done.
That's
It is
very
perfect
pretty.
as it is.
Saruk
Why,
doesn't.
yes, it is.
Saruk just kind of nods, like agreeably.
Now, if you want it enchanted, you should probably give me the armor itself.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna like take off the chain shirt, just pass it to her.
I will fold it up.
All right then.
Well, then I should
Thank
be
you very
off.
much. I'll be, with the box. I stay to watch it for a moment for me to be able to
Yeah.
take care of this. So I'm going to get back to that. And I turn around and walk out pretty quickly upon realization of what I've said.
Ah. Very vindicating for Lillian.
Saruk is just learning more and more and more and more and more not to say anything. This is just Tarask all over again.
Yeah.
Is that every character that I play in a game with you, Tommy? Is it just doomed to be foot and mouth
My
syndrome?
curse is the foot and mouth. Not necessarily. I think Tarask got a lot better as Three Dragons went on. I'm actually in the process
He
of
started
editing,
actually being wise.
I
I
mean,
started actually acting out his wisdom and intelligence scores better.
I'm in the process of editing the session where you guys get your stuff back, and you can tell there's a huge change between first Tarask and Tarask, who has a lot of things thrust upon him. So I think that's more not necessarily me, but just kind of like where the default goes, and then you go from there.
Yeah, it always helps that like you learn the characters as you play them more.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I've been trying to find the crafting rules.
Yeah, I'm floating around on them too. It looks like having a magic shield does nothing for the shield, but
Does it not give it an item bonus?
But
Which
making it expert would increase the hardness.
Which is pretty important.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So I will say y'all can. I will say you can get 6 hours of work in every day.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
I like this.
Now, if you want to, you can get a full 8 in, but you're going to end up you're pushing yourself to do that because you would be you'd be taking some of your downtime to do it.
Gotcha.
So I presume
So
I presume then that the reason why she's not getting the full 8 hours is then because of us on a boat taking care of the box and other things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
And 2
Is there
hours
anything
of, like,
I could do
disembarking.
just to make it so that way she could just focus entirely on
Have us not be on water. That
Well,
help.
That's
That's
not
part of the
on
problem.
water and not traveling.
Okay, fair enough. Just
6
seeing if
hours
there's any way I
traveling
can
is
help.
very, very generous.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was just seeing if there's anything I could do to assist with us being on a boat. But then again, we are on a boat on a river, which is far more.
And
Which
I
you
have
feel
to
the water.
imagine the boats, like, the cadence of travel is not particularly smooth.
On a river, no.
Given that it's take big pole, jam in ground, pull us forward.
I mean, yeah, my only experience sailing IRL, for the most part, has been on cruise ships in the ocean
Mhm.
and bigger ships and things of that nature. So, but those are in the ocean, distance out, so they tend to be pretty calm.
And on the other side of
unless
that,
there's a storm.
yours truly, when he lived in high school, when he was in high school, he lived in Waverly, Missouri, which is along the Lewis and Clark Trail. And when they had the 200-year anniversary, and reenactors came down the Missouri River in a boat not unlike, I imagine, what we're traveling in now, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
With some minor exceptions, but that's I only know because I have an abnormal interest in history.
Same.
Same.
What I like about TTRPGs.
Okay, well,
I
given
love
the fact
history.
that the Lewis and Clark expedition used collapsible cloth skin boats
Mhm.
with collapsible iron frames, so you could fold the boat up, pack it around any obstacles, and then reassemble it.
Yeah.
See, the crazy stuff that I know a lot of stuff about is like Industrial Revolution, that sort of era, as well as colonization. But
Which is
off
why
topic.
Greenwich Colonies takes place when it does, I imagine.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
love the colonization and all that sort of stuff in Industrial Revolutions.
Yeah.
I've always had that as part of my games because those are just my favorite times in history from a fascination standpoint.
I also forgot the Lewis and Clark boats were. I knew they had to portage them a bunch, but I forgot they were collapsible.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were moved in basically the same way.
But yeah, so okay then. In terms of what Saruk will probably just be kind of helping the ship, probably doing some work on the ship and whatnot. Because I mean, I think my physical stats would allow me to be there to help.
Yeah, you could help some, and here the travel is not hard. So, basically your biggest job is to keep the boat between the banks, avoid any big rocks, but you're basically floating downstream.
I mean, I imagine I could probably do that pretty easily since I'm dexterous as well as strong, so it's not hard for me to find good footing and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Am I going to take a pirate archetype? No. Still. That's a video I kind of want to do at some point with you, Tommy, to talk about the limitations and the successes of the archetype system.
Yeah, well, actually, that's one thing I didn't put in. I'm waiting for more stuff to come out on it before I make a video. But in the same video where Paladin was renamed to Champion, Bowman said that the pirate archetypes, the feats the pirate archetype gives you have been turned into skill feats. You still have to go into the archetype to get them, but you're not losing out on general feats to get what
I was about to
basically
say,
functions as a
because
skill
the pirate feels so weak as an archetype.
And that's why, because you had to miss power attack to be better at boat.
Yeah, like I thought the prestige class of the Grey Maidens, I thought that was arguably kind of a good prestige archetype.
I'd play it.
I'd say it's in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
That's more so what I want to see from like prestige archetypes.
I imagine we'll have a lot of them in 2E.
I just hope it makes prestige classing and all that sort of stuff more viable again.
Yeah. But crafting and stuff.
So
for 6 hours is 17.
Okay.
Luckily, it's item level 3, so it's not too high of a
DC.
Yeah.
Do I need to give you my hero point again?
Not at the moment, because I closed the rulebook PDF.
Oh, sorry.
Jason!
I know, GMs. You can't trust them to do anything.
You cannot.
Next thing you know, you'll be fighting a Jabberwicky.
Oi, that's my thing. Don't go
Specifically,
stealing my thing.
No. It's a Jabberwiki, so it's gonna be like a Wikipedia page that opens on its own and yells at you.
Here is random information and it kills you. Dead.
Ugh.
Given that during my time as a grad student, I had people try to bring in Wikipedia pages as
Scholarly sources.
as stone tablets of truth.
I will say this much. What I've been told about using Wikipedia as a source in my college years and my high school years, use it not as your primary source or any source at all, but rather as a good way to find sources.
Because the Wikipedia page will cite.
Because the Wikipedia page will, if it's a good written Wikipedia page, will have a bunch of references to legitimate sources.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been taught.
Yeah.
Okay. Admittedly, this was not.
I think in Wikipedia's early days, Wikipedia was a little less policed by mods.
Yeah, it's pretty policed.
Because I remember like 2004, 2005 when I was in high school, if we used Wikipedia, we got an F on something. But I hear now that it's a little more lenient on, like, again, you can't cite it, but like they have to have a source to cite when you make the article. Or at least like something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time since I was in school.
Yeah, this was
we are really bad at keeping on track tonight.
2009 to 2010.
Well, 2009 was when I graduated high school.
Yeah, I figured as much. Okay, literally, I am not finding the
craft rules.
The crafting.
Okay, so to craft it
rules
to whatever it is that Lily's making, she has to. Yeah. The item has to be her level or lower. If the item is third, it is. She has to have the proficiency rank appropriate to the item's quality, so she needs to be at least expert in crafting, which I believe she is.
I am.
The next one comes down to a GM fiat, I believe. Does she have the formula for the item? Does she know how to do it?
Okay. Thinking about that.
In Legacy Pathfinder, the question would be, can she cast magic weapons? But since anybody can make magic stuff now with crafting things, it's
do you have the formula?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say roll me a D10 and 4 or better. So I'll give you a 60% chance.
Seems fair.
Of having it.
Bam!
Hey.
Yes, I will say that you definitely have it. And I need to make a note because you also will most likely have the formula of the next thing you need.
Nice.
Good to know.
Okay, so then from there, and this is good for me because item crafting is really important in TTRPGs. And now we're learning together. So the next thing is she has to have the appropriate set of tools and workshop. She doesn't need a blacksmith's forge to make the chain shirt itself, but would need, like, I guess her alchemical kit. It would be how she would do it. Seems amazing to me. Okay, so then she must supply raw materials worth at least half the item's price, which we're doing in gold, I assume. You always expend at least that amount of raw materials when you craft successfully. If you're in a settlement, you can usually spend currency to get an amount of raw materials you need, but we're on so that then becomes, can she, through the traders, do they have enough, or from her own bag of tricks, does she have the ability to enchant something?
I will say yes, but y'all are going to have to, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to cannibalize some of the booty you took from the skeletons.
Fine by me.
Fine by me.
Okay, so then the next order of business is
Yep.
You need to spend a minimum number of downtime days to craft. The number depends on blah, blah, blah. It's 4 downtime days for an item of our level. Our level is 6.
Minus 1 per day.
So you need 3 days.
No. Minus 1 per day.
Right.
Minus 1 per level above. So level
duh.
6.
Yeah,
So
I took 6
high...
minus 3 is 3. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So she can do it in a day.
So
Right.
today and part of tomorrow, because I get 6-hour days.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after spending that, she, assuming the check passed, she can either expend more materials to finish the item immediately to basically after that time has passed, if the check is passed, then we can spend the other half of the price of a +1 chain shirt and it's done right then. Or she can look. So I guess then the question is, did she succeed or critically succeed?
I definitely didn't crit.
No,
Okay.
I would call a 17 ace. Honestly, I would expect a 15 at least. I'm not sure where the standard DC is for that.
I'm not sure either. I think you're supposed to use that table of like general, this is what you can use. I think it ends up being GMT.
Yeah.
And if I got to use my alchemical kit, this would have been an 18 instead.
And it seems to reason that the alchemist would craft with their alchemical kit.
Yeah. I will call it a success, not a critical success.
Okay, so in that case, Lily can spend the rest of the gold. Well, the party can spend the rest of the gold to have a +1 chain shirt, and it's done right now. Or for each additional day she spends, she can reduce the value of the materials needed by an amount based on.
There's a specific table for how it goes.
By 14 silver a day.
So, that being said, if you spend,
which would be a long time, because that's 4 gold a day for something that's worth, I'm not sure how much gold, but not a little.
Baseline of 30.
Okay.
So we put 15 down.
And then we'd be spending, it would take almost the entire trip to Castle Cronquist to get it at half price. So it seems like we'd get it at full.
I'd rather just put it at full, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You know, I kind of like that. That balances out crafting quite a bit, because normally it was pay half, get it in time, but now you can get it really fast for full, which makes it a little more on the road viable.
Yeah.
Okay, neat.
Okay. It also makes the idea of just like cover me while I make something to save our butts a more viable thing you could actually do too.
Well, I mean, it takes a minimum of 8 hours.
Still, 8 hours as opposed to having to wait a few days.
That's
makes
true.
for a more interesting that can make for a very interesting sort of like wave-based defensive measures.
That means you can actually craft during a siege instead of waiting 6 months for something. I can get it.
Okay. So that passed. Day goes by.
I have to imagine a +1 shirt from Lily now has some kind of butterfly theme on it, given the fascination.
No, it has a slight smell of garlic.
Oh god. Not bad in Ustalov.
To be fair, Saruk is a Nusalov guy, so he eats garlic raw and stuff like that.
Mm.
And if nothing, even if he dislikes the taste, he does it just because vampires.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I will say that there is actually a chain pouch for garlic bulbs on the front of your chain shirt.
Oh, I am definitely putting some garlic in there.
Nice. Got a little pocket. He can put his pens in there. Or also garlic. I need to sign a check. Hold on.
Yes.
Garlic. Okay.
That also really helps my
but
that makes my saves really good too, because
It
now my
does.
reflex saves are 13, my fort and will are 11.
Nice.
okay. So
Do you have the best saves in the party? Wow.
Wait, I
Wow.
do?
Yeah, you do. I have.
Yeah, because
How
I
are your
have good
saves so
con. I have
I'm
trained fort.
I'm expert in two of these saves. Well, we're all expert in two of the saves. So my will
Yeah,
save is
we're
only
expert.
+9. Is your wisdom mod really high?
My wisdom mod's 2.
Same for me, and we have the same
2.
gear.
We're level 7, so
So,
that's 2.
We're not level 7. We're level 6.
Or 6. Okay, so that's
uh,
2.
like, my will is plus
+6.
11.
But your wisdom's higher than ours.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm expert in will.
Yeah, me too. So,
So
are
are
all
we.
of us. We're all rogues. So it should be
Well-
6, and then if we have both have a 14 wisdom, 6, 7, 8, and then the +1 is 9. Actually, mine is 10. I lied. I am not putting my item bonus in.
Oh,
Thank you.
so then mine must be 10, or mine. So I make mine 10 as well?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean,
Alright,
my saves are wrong. It's on me. I screwed up.
Still, I'm gonna recheck all those.
My fort is +12, not +10. Man, I'm glad I fought something that was much stronger than me, and I was ready for that fight. Oh my! Oh my
3 plus
God.
6 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus
I,
sounds
I
better.
still have to admit, I was surprised no one got dominated or eaten.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, my saves
Right.
are correct now. I'm glad we
Okay.
had that discussion.
Expert only gives a +1, it doesn't give a +2, right?
Level +1, yeah. It will be +2 after
that's-
second edition.
That's what I think I messed up with expert on the saving throws. Okay, then.
Okay. So now things have gone along,
Hmm.
and it is now lunchtime on your second day downstream. You basically should reach the city here. Let me pop up the main map for y'all again, assuming it will stay there. Yes. Y'all should reach the city of Ardis by evening.
Okay.
They plan on selling the goods they have there, restocking, and would normally head back up north, but since they know they'll be continuing, they'll choose different things to head downstream. Dale, they do give you a name of some people who might buy the excess armament y'all have. Obviously, your weapons merchants. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hey, they. Well, let's be honest. They're, they know enough that weird things happen, and weird things tend to happen to people who go against the bishop's wishes. So, they're more than happy to help you.
Well, if Lily is free, I wouldn't mind if the party doesn't mind kicking 30 gold at one of those shields to make it a expert shield.
Is it a full 30 gold to make it expert?
300 silver, yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
But that will give it a +1 item bonus to, I assume, the bonus to my AC and a +1 to its hardness.
Okay. Yeah, so it would be half that cost, and I will say if you cannibalize, you can cut that cost in half as well. So that'd be what, 7.5 gold?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that works for me if it works for the party.
I don't think we need this many shields.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
A second one wouldn't be bad when they all get dented for me to just kind of switch out. But
Yeah, but both me and the alchemist have quick repair
Yeah, that's fair.
because I'm a warrior, so I just got it for free.
Hmm.
Yep.
I'm kind of sad that the warrior gets that instead of that quick healing one.
Battle
Which
medic.
Okay.
no, it's like quick recovery or something. It basically says, you know how many HP you regain per night?
Mhm.
Multiply that by 2.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I know the laborer gets in. That tends to be why I tend to go laborer, but I thought it made more sense for me to go warrior
Indeed.
for this character.
Mm-hmm. Well, if Lily could give
Well-
us a craft check so I can have a shield, that'd be sweet.
Cool.
Well-
I was just waiting to see if we did any other things.
Now everyone has gotten all their
Ducks
all
in a
their
row.
stuff back. You've gotten your chain shirt back. If y'all care, y'all have eaten up 2 scimitars, a short bow, 2 sets of chainmail, and 4 of the shields.
Okay. Was there a roll in the shield, by the way?
I do not believe so. No, there
I-
hadn't been yet. But you do have the formula for that.
Nice.
That's what
Expert
happens.
steel shield. Okay, do you want me to roll for that now?
You can, and I'll just say it's done whenever you finish the time up.
Hey.
Nice.
Uh,
That might be a critical success.
Considering I set the bar at the other one as a 15. Yeah,
Hey,
This
and,
is-
you know,
probably. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a crit.
Woo. So that's per success.
fine
But
with that.
each day that Lily would spend working reduces the remaining cost as though she was 1 level higher, which would be you'd cut it off by 2 gold a day. But again, time is kind of a factor. So I figure we still just spend the same amount, and now I have an expert heavy steel shield for eventually.
Okay, so we decided. What was the original thought? That would be the same amount of time or less?
She'd spend expert shield. Yeah, hang on. I guess we gotta look at that.
Yeah.
I imagine it's less than a +1. So it is at least 1 day. I cannot speak right
Yeah.
now. I can't imagine
if it's
you can
level
knock it
3,
down
it's
to
1
less.
day.
I don't think it's level 3 though. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Well, then, I mean, 1 day's the minimum, though.
Mhm.
So I will say you can't get it done before you reach Ardis,
Okay.
but you will be able to get it finished a day from now.
Okay, sounds good.
So anything else anyone's working on? Any thoughts, plans, schemes as you work your way to the big city former capital?
Stevengar will just it's more of the same. We're getting where we need to go, and it's a weight coming off his chest, given that he didn't want to carry this thing around in the first place. Just practicing kata when there is time and when there's not, just staying out of sight, I guess, during the travel, because I can't really help on a boat, nor do I particularly want to, but I don't necessarily want to get jumped again. So
So as everyone is floating down the stream, happily skipping rocks and listening to the chirping birds, everyone give me a perception check.
oh good. Oh, I'm going to get us killed. But I'll try. Here we go. I guess I better make sure my math is right. Gee. 6,
19.
7, 8.
Let
Yeah,
me
mine's
just
correct.
double check.
plus
Okay.
9. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Levi.
With Levi right behind.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, let's see. Selamgar, you're feeling uncomfortable about all the trees near the river.
Mhm.
Saruk, bad vibes, man. Bad vibes. Joshua and Lillian, or sorry, Dale and Lillian. There's movement in those trees. Basically, since both of y'all
Me
critically succeeded, these are all the. I'm trying to go through and put everyone you're noticing.
Gotcha.
Oh man, there's a lot of them. Oh lord. Oh lord.
Y'all are big boys. You can take it.
Yes, fair. Do any of
I need to
them look
grab a
like a
bow.
vampire? That's a good question for me to ask before I go pick a specific target and charge at it.
Let's see.
Okay. So, with that being said, y'all notice this, and you hear a loud splash as a rope net is put across. Wait, I need to make sure I'm on the right level. Yeah, I'll fix that. Here we go. Let's put that in the token level. Does everyone see the red line?
Nope. Yeah,
No.
nothing.
Oh, I see a
Nope.
dot. I see a
I
red
do
dot.
see a red dot. Yes,
I see a red dot.
right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
There is a dot. It is red. It's on the map.
okay. Well, then let's try this. Do y'all see that?
Why, yes.
Yes.
It's right there.
Yes. Okay. That red line across the river is a rope net that is pulled up from under the river, under the surface of the river. And you hear a voice yell, "Ah, what do we have here?"
So, where is that voice coming from? Because they need a gas stretch.
Oh, yes, they do.
It's coming from, okay, standard north, south, east, west to the board, to from the large tree to the east of the front boat.
Gotcha. Well, that's out of my throne range.
Oof.
Okay. Is Josh less robot yet?
He can hear us, but we can't hear him. So he
'Kay.
says in the Roll20 chat he will be the silent partner for the rest of tonight. So he could roll, but he can't speak.
Oh. Okay.
Fair.
I guess my roll 20 is not being friendly because it hasn't shown me
he
that yet.
PM'd me.
Oh, gotcha. So, for people who I can reach with my stuff right now, let's see, where's okay. I want
and you hear, "All right, boatman, you know the drill. Half of what you have and you go free."
So, standard business practices, I presume.
Roll a society check.
Bam! Right there. As Silumgar goes into wolf stance.
Okay. Okay.
Dale's coming in too. Perhaps not.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's go through these. Tommy, you say you drop into wolf stance.
Mm-hmm.
So you rolled that 23 as.
That's my society check. So like.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah, these were society checks, I think.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you've heard of some people doing a give us half of what you have and we'll leave you alone. But Saruk, to you, that sounds a lot like some old stories about something about some folks, a group of goblins, and one of them wore a hat with a bird on it.
Oh, good.
I can't be happier with this. I'm just gonna kind of look around and say, "Who are y'all?"
It's come full circle at last.
Doesn't matter who we are. Are we going to do this the easy way or the hard way?
Mate, I've already bothered to ask you who you are. I've already asked you if this is standard business practices, and I'm not sitting here nearly about to wet myself about over you and your petty little threats. How you think this is gonna go? I say as I like kind of just tap my sword.
Huh.
Can I roll an intimidate check?
Yeah, roll me an intimidate check.
Seems like the time. Yeah, Silumgar will get up to his full height, and like I'm not gonna try to hide the
16.
fact that I'm in wolf stance, and I'll just start the mantras, and I'm gonna hope that's really scary for people who don't understand Vudrani. Bam!
Yeah,
That's an intimidate check as well.
not my best roll.
Yeah, bad.
Okay.
Oh, Dale. Oh, Dale.
Oh no! Oh no! No! No!
Yeah.
No!
It's so frustrating when you're loading your bow and you drop an arrow overboard.
Yeah. Just, oh.
Yeah, I guess we just kind of all look at him as he does that, and then I just say,
Clunk.
yeah, just it's just kind of a silent moment before I sigh and say, all right, so am I coming to you or are you coming to me?
Remember, if we keep the skinny one talking funny alive, we get double from the vampire lord.
Oh, good.
And
Oh, great.
everybody roll initiative. First person goes, first person to get the shot at, because they're not the skinny one talking a funny language, is Lillian.
Yes.
Woo!
Not Tommy.
The least tanky character.
Well, we're all about the same. Except for your hit dice.
HP.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That is an exact hit.
okay. Here we go.
Right. Do I have that feat?
No nimble dodge.
I'm double checking because I probably took some other stuff because I'm like, oh, this is fun, even though it's not as optimized.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot. I have shield proficiency.
Well, there you go.
I should do something with that.
Yeah, that might not be the worst idea here in
I
a
mean, maybe
moment.
not, given that you have a rapier and you need a hand free for the alchemy and stuff.
It's true.
Now, as y'all look, everyone you see has a bow out.
Okay.
So, Lillian, first for you, only 6 points.
Okay.
Okay.
Think of all the magic short bows we're about to pick.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab me a few of those.
Well, technically they're not magical.
Oh, so they're sneak attacking us? Okay, fair.
So, okay. From there, that's a shot. He has to reload for another shot. And he takes that one, and that one will be at a minus. Oh, come on.
D20
With a
plus
bow,
4.
it should probably be a +4.
Yeah.
Takes 4 off for his second arrow.
Okay.
So,
Maybe he has that, like, ranger thing.
They're all rangers and they've hunted us.
no. Technically, they're all mercenary scouts.
Fair. Well, alrighty.
Okay, and second round misses.
Is that at me still?
At you still.
Crit. Miss.
Especially because it's lower, because that was the same mod as the first
Yeah.
attack.
I forgot.
Oh, yeah, that's a crit miss anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you lose. You can only take one action the next round. Seems. No. He loses his next turn as he kind of stumbles and falls backward into the bushes.
Okay.
Okay. And next we go is this gentleman here. And I'm sorry, Lillian, you're the closest thing at the moment.
That makes sense. That just means he needs a cast.
Aha!
He crits on top of a crit. He crit fails. Like,
Explodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you hear the bow being drawn back and you hear a horrendous snap as the bow itself breaks.
that's a waste of perfectly good materials.
Perfectly good loot broken. How dare they? How dare they?
They broke the
And-
loot before we got it.
Yeah.
And he drops out of sight.
Mm.
He does. Okay, well, sooner or later. Okay, this one close. No question. Can y'all see the yellow square around the individual that I can?
When we
No, you haven't
when we
selected
put
an
our mouse
initiative.
over it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fair enough. Next one is attacking from the tree over by Dale and Saruk. And he will go after Dale. They'll split it up that way.
Seems good.
These two over here will go after Dale, and these two will go after Saruk. And this guy here, I'll figure out when I get there.
My life.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You might still be worth something to them anyway. Okay. So Saruk does a 20 hit.
I imagine it doesn't.
No, I think he said he was up to a 23.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
A 23 is my AC, so a 20 does not hit me. No.
Okay.
A
So
23 is my AC, so a 20 does not hit me. It's a nice little rhymey bit.
Indeed.
and that misses as well. So, and that just seems so pitifully wrong that they have such a terrible time hitting. So Lillian once again, a 13.
Crit fail.
An exact fumble. Nice.
Okay. So yours is a 23 as well?
Yes.
Ah,
We're wearing the same armor and have 18 dex.
yeah. Okay.
And rogue.
And rogue.
Okay. Okay. And he loses the rest of his actions as he not only misses but spills arrows out of his quiver. It seems like y'all fight the Keystone Cops. Okay. Dale, it's your turn.
And he will type in the typing bar because he can't talk at us because
I
the internet is he's betraying us forever. Yay for Stormtrooper!
Yay for
Why, yes.
Stormtrooper aim.
Indeed. I see Josh
Okay.
pinging the one.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Pinging that one, the yellow-haired one.
Alright, I get you some, Josh. We can't hear you, but we can see you type.
Yep.
Typing.
So it's attacking me. Correct.
No.
You
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
been attacked yet, but it probably will be attacking you soon.
It is Dale's turn, correct?
Yeah, Dale's typing.
Yeah.
I'm listening to Chaos Demon. It is your turn, sir.
That's why I was double checking. It didn't seem as much like. Okay. Okay.
Roll to hit. Why, yes. If that guy hasn't acted yet, he's flat-footed. As rogues, we are the only person targeting flat-footed AC. Fortunately, Saruk and I will both miss because everything will act before us. Does a 16 get it? Jason, I think you're muted. Why, yes, you are.
I'm double checking. Let's see if no, that person has already acted.
Okay.
So a 16 does miss. Okay. Roll again.
Nice.
Hit. Crit success.
Let's see how much hit points these guys have.
They have 45 apiece.
Oh, fair. Okay.
That's a fair amount of hit points spread around here.
That's some hit points, yeah. That is a number. Oh.
Hey. So
we're 4/45ths of the way there.
For one person.
One dude.
Okay.
We should probably get
now,
enough. Yep.
Enter.
Okay. But I believe you get the crit specialty effect.
We'd have to have access to it.
Yeah, rogues don't get it as quickly as fighters or barbarians do.
I would figure it. Y'all are all at 6th level.
Right, the critical specialization effect of weapons is something that we as rogues don't get until we're not
Do
even
we?
we're not even expert at that weapon until 13th. Mostly it's like ancestry feats that will get it for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's deadly D10.
No, yeah,
Oh,
the deadly property does happen. So
Yeah.
like there would be
Yeah, so
3
y'all-
extra damage. But that's not a weapon critical specialization. That's a trait on the weapon. In the
Okay.
same way that my fists are agile.
Right. Okay. So 7 off, that's not bad.
Start.
Okay. So next up is our good friend here. And he will move out of the bushes for a better shot. And he will take a pot shot at yeah, he'll go after Dale because he's closer. So here we go. Roll 1. 26. Does that hit?
That should certainly hit him, yeah.
Yep. I'm assuming it's not a crit.
Over by 3.
Over by 3. Yep.
Lost to
Okay.
23 AC.
Indeed.
So that would be 8 damage. And it makes sense for people to shoot twice, but it doesn't in that it
gets
such
bad.
it's a crit failure finder.
Yeah, it is.
But he rolls a 29.
Well, I mean,
he rolls a 24, but it's still both would hit him as a
24.
natural 20.
So nat 20.
so that's 46 plus more.
Okay.
So there would be 2d6 plus 2 more, and then the deadly.
Yeah. Now, deadly just changes the hit die you roll to begin with.
That's fatal. Deadly just tacks on
deadly.
Extra d10. So you would roll 4d6 plus 4 plus 1 d10.
So 16
Ooh.
plus a d10,
Ooh.
23.
Ouch. Not on me, but still, I feel the pain vicariously.
It's Dale's turn to be the one who dies horribly in combat. Lily and I will watch on the back boat, and we will be fine. Safer.
Well, if it helps Lillian, it's your turn.
It does help, because I want to do a swift alchemy to make a gas wretch for 1 resonance points. No roll needed.
Guile's theme doesn't work in the Pathfinder playtest. Paizo, fix Guile's theme. Guile's theme is broken in the playtest. Not OP enough.
So there's this guy here who's not acted just yet. He's gonna act.
Yes, he is going to act.
And that means that he needs some gas stretch with his AC reduced by 2.
Mm-hmm. This one looks... Oh, wait, I'm not on the right tool. That one looks good, too. There's a sizable debuff, but there's 2 splash targets.
Oh, that's a fair point. And the debuff is just basically me hitting at their normal AC again.
Mm-hmm. Or just target the... Well, you want to hit him. You don't want him to splash, too. But even then, if you miss, then we roll, and somebody's probably taking splash damage.
Yeah.
So
That guy seems like a good target. Wait, has that person acted?
Yeah, he has.
let
He
me
acted on
scroll
count
through.
26.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because that then makes it a good bit worse.
Looks like all 3 of those guys acted already. Yeah.
Yes, they have.
That brings back the plan of it being this guy to be a lot nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Make it show.
Okay.
Nice.
So
28 hit, critical success. So
Does he take sneak attack damage? Do you brain him in like the nose, like the bridge of his nose with the flask? Oh!
can we just reduce his save against the Gastrich or something? I'll take damage if you want me to, but
Don't take damage, it's your turn.
not what I mean. Although, I mean,
Wait,
as the
wait.
GM, if the GM says that I should take damage, I will accept as a player, but this is different.
That's what makes you a good player.
Yeah. Let me. I will. You hit him, and he drops his weapons. Is projectile vomiting.
No, gross.
Oh, okay.
He is mechanically, he is sickened. He is sickened 3.
Oh, gross. Nice.
Okay. So then what I want to do for my last action is just give a haughty elven smirk as an intimidate check against the other people.
Okay.
Do you
Elven
have
supremacy is
intimidate?
I mean, I have every skill.
Oh, I forget.
Rogues are
So-
sweet.
And I'm an int rogue. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
now
you
I'm
are.
not good at it.
Well, give me that roll.
Let me double check that it's as bad as I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's a +7.
And he's got a -3 on his save. Well, he doesn't have
That's
a
a
save. You're targeting a DC. So.
Nope.
Worth a shot.
I will say that he might have been impressed if he wasn't seeing through a wall of his own absolute abject misery.
Accurate. He's not looking
It's
right now. He's
understandable.
looking at his boots, which are covered in what he ate for lunch. Ugh.
Yesterday.
Good.
Okay.
It's sickened 3. We reached in deep.
Oh, we did.
Okay, I get to roll for fortitude. It's going to be a.
I'm so happy about my Gastrich.
And he's spending an action trying to throw up to reduce the condition.
Yep.
Not a bad little lock, you know.
Yep. I will say, as a debuff, it's a painful one.
Mm.
And I love that it came from a different nat 1.
Yeah, yeah.
I will turn
Okay.
all of my nat 1s into beauty.
Good.
Just you
Oh,
wait.
I will, yeah. Looking forward to seeing it.
Okay. Now the one on the other side of the river. When in doubt, well, sorry, Dale, you're on the menu.
Delicious.
And 18, I'm trying to
Would miss his 22.
misses his 22.
Not to talk for him, but if he's having problems
Yeah.
doing the typing.
No,
This is his
you're good.
23. Ah, excuse me.
23.
I'm the one with
Man,
the 22
everybody
AC.
is a 23.
I have a 22. My AC is one
You
lower
see,
than
this
everybody's.
You see, this is why, I throw larger groups at y'all because they can't hit.
Oh no, that's
Yep.
fair. If you start rolling a lot of crits, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but no
So
matter what he threw against
miss.
us, a lot of crits would mean we're in trouble.
Yeah,
True.
fair.
Okay. And add -1. 19. Still not a crit fumble.
Just by one, yeah.
So so we're good. Next is you right here, and from the pattern discussed, again, Dale, I really am not trying to kill you specifically.
I'm not convinced.
And a 23
Just
hits.
hits.
Just hits.
Does Dale have nimble dodge? What was Dale's class feat at first? Josh, if you have nimble dodge, now's a good time. You could dodge it. You do,
Ooh.
you
He
do have
does
nimble dodge. Does he do the dodging? Do a little dance. Make a little love. Don't get shot in the face.
Get down tonight.
Get down tonight.
Don't get down tonight.
Oh, get up. Up, as in alive, survive. I will DJ Hero. He DJ Heroes it. Congratulations.
So
He takes out his turntables, does this, it misses.
okay. So that was attack number 1.
No,
Two.
is one. There's a cut between. I see.
Yes. 1. And
Oh, good.
why
Oh,
do
good.
people keep falling?
The bank is
of-
really muddy.
Yep.
Oh, so nice to see those nat ones on your side.
Indeed. It's Jason's real good at him. It's his hidden skill. His fumbling.
You know the urge to just massacre y'all grows when I hear things like that, but
I can imagine.
it happens.
And if you choose to massacre us, I will have no ill will.
Which means I get to go back to Mirrodin and I don't actually botch my voice.
Side note,
Okay.
we should stay in combat. I'll ask that question later.
Indeed. Because we should
Okay.
probably knock off at 9 tonight, lest Levi and I leave the IOPC boys hanging forever again.
Okay. So that does that. Next one is the closest one over here, and he's going to, they're going to try to take Lillian down in the first round, because especially since she did something weirdo and magic-y. And, all good bad guys know the famous rule out of the game Shadowrun. Geek the mage.
Please, is that even a rule from Shadowrun, or is that just a rule of general people who understand what a fantasy setting is in general?
I do think that is
Yeah.
just best practices. Geek the mage.
Shadowrun just made the phrase popular.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Oh, Lily.
once again, trip. So that ends that round.
I just imagine that I'm accidentally a witch hexing them.
Oh, I'm actually a legacy character.
Did you know that it's my butterfly is my familiar?
Yeah.
And that's
At the moment, you might be able to say that it's some sort of magic object that's warping time and space in your general direction. Either that or the scrolls he rolls. Okay, and a 17 misses you. And he's stupid and will try to shoot again. And doesn't crit, doesn't hit.
So right now this would be a total of +4, right?
Yeah, so that was a 19.
Which misses by 4.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. Like I said, no crit, no hit. No crit fail, no hit.
Okay, I was double checking that I heard you correctly. Was part of it?
Not a problem. I have no problem with y'all keeping me honest. Okay, with keeping me basically honest.
Yeah, there's a leeway of I run the universe. I don't have
Okay.
to be strictly honest all the time.
Yeah. 16 misses Saruk. And 22, 18, 18 misses Saruk. Boss, I don't understand. None of us can hit him.
Yasna's blessing is with us.
Okay.
Oh my.
Welcome to that extra AC.
Crit fail. So yet again, trips and falls backward into the brush. These are the absolute worstest river bandits ever.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Okay. And the last one. And he's going to shoot at the bigger guy. Okay. And roll 1. You are much easier to hit from the other side. So, Saruk.
Man, I went that whole round not getting shot at. Sweet.
We
Did
go.
it.
We go the first installment, the second installment, and the D10. So that would be 1925.
Mm.
That one didn't tickle.
No, it didn't. And that was his first roll. Yeah, they know that y'all realize what's happening, so he'll take another shot. 23, 24, misses crit by 1. Okay.
Wouldn't that be
Misses critical fail by 1.
Oh, fair. Gotcha.
Okay, and with that, Silumgar, your turn.
I think it would be Saruk because Saruk has a higher perception modifier than me.
Okay.
But I will go.
Wait, how do I have a higher perception modifier than you?
You rolled a 10 and I have a 9. Or your mod is 10 and my mod is 9. My mod is 9 because I'm level 6, wisdom, and then expert.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you and I have... Okay, am I just messing up all of my skills?
I mean,
You're
I messed up my
wiser than
saves.
he is.
But our wisdom is the same. Well, regardless, I will...
Yeah, I think I've messed up with expert and all that sort of stuff and trained. I'll have to fix that later.
It's all good. I'll go
Guess I
ahead.
gotta get
So I'll move.
Alright then.
I'm taking 2 actions to long jump. And before I do that, I have to stride 10 feet. So I'll go 5, then 10. To go up 1, over 1. And then as part of that 2 actions, I make an athletics check. The DC is 5 plus the distance I intend to move, which is I just want to cover this... Oh, wait. I just need to cover this square because it looks like this square here has enough ground on it to support me. And that water's probably shallowish, so I need to beat a 10. I add 6, 30, 20.
Hey, that's a crit.
You succeed.
That is a critical success on the check, which I don't think does anything. It's technically exactly a critical success, but there is no rules as written to get to the square I'm trying to go to, which is here.
You land fine and don't get caught in the bushes.
Nice. That is my third action. Is as Silumgar is gonna just kind of run, get to like the edge of the railing on the boat, and then jump, and then like flip in the air, come down for a 21 to hit him.
Okay, and a 21 hits.
Alrighty. So he's not prone or anything?
No.
Okay, because I'm not sure who's prone, who isn't. So I have no sneak attack.
No, everyone is up and shooting at y'all.
Okay, fair. And so then it comes down to 10 damage.
Okay. Let's move this over here.
And that's my turn.
And okay. Sorry, I'm making sure
Oh, you're all good. And I could have cleared a lot of ground with that athletics check I had to make with no strength. Thank
At
you,
number
proficiency system. Number 9.
Yep.
So what are the rules in order to jump across this distance in front of me?
So you make an athletics check. You need to move at least 10 feet, but the glory about it is with a stride, there's nothing saying Saruk couldn't 5, 10, and then jump, and then you need to clear that square. So to land at this square is a DC 10 athletics check for 2 actions, including the stride.
And if I were to just try and do it as a 1?
You can't. It takes 2 actions, and there has to be the 10 feet of movement.
Alrighty then. Unless I roll a nat 1, I can't fail that.
Mm-hmm. There is
So,
a critical failure
I'll
where you
do
would
that
land
then.
prone. But
Yeah, I take a step back and then I'm just going to try and leap across.
Go for it.
adding
Let
more
me
than
just
enough
check my
capacity.
mod. Six plus 4. Yeah, I should be decreasing all of these by like 1, but that's fine. My athletics is plus 10 then. 22.
So
So
again,
that's a crit success.
nailed it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I just kind of like back up and
you stick the landing.
I just kind of like leap across, just kind of look up at the fellow in front of me and say, "You're the one that wanted it the hard way."
Actually, you're looking down at him because he's tripped at the moment.
So he's flat-footed to you. Sneak attacks.
So he is. So yeah, he is. I guess he is flat-footed.
Stibbity stab.
Yep, that's 1d. That's 1d20 plus 11.
You get this. Might hit his flat. Might hit his flat. Might hit his AC minus 2.
So
If his AC is 17.
No, you miss.
Yeah,
I
that's
am
what I was expecting.
literally
By
the
one.
worst. The worst.
You
But
make
it's
that
okay.
cool jump over, and you just
And you didn't land in the water.
You stuck the landing. But okay. Okay. Next round, he recovers himself. He recovers 1 and gets to roll a fort save. This is a plus that. Nope. Does not help him. He finishes up his and is back in action. Okay. Now we're to the first person who is smelling your marvelous stuff, seeing his friend retching his guts out, and now really doesn't like you, Lillian.
That's understandable.
14 does not critically miss.
You're right. Good for him.
And he will reset, and like I said, no one can make a shot with me rolling. So after all of that, he loses next round. Next victim is Dale. You're up.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay. Okay, a 21. Who are you going after? Found. See ya. Okay. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Damage roll from Josh.
I just remembered I now have I have all the attacks of opportunity I can stand now.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Okay. So D6. Yeah, and it's not. So is that an actual 1 on his?
Yeah, just 1d6 plus nothing because he has no strength. One damage is better than none damage.
Yep. Yep. You have to make sure I assign it to the right bad guy.
Of course.
Okay. And 23, so that would be my or 18. That one should hit as well. Oh yeah, that does hit.
He's getting there. I took off the
Yeah,
second
he
penalty.
took.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I see the mod, so it's a clean hit.
Give us some damage. Well, not us, the green guy. I would rather not get shot at. The vampire lord will not be happy.
Okay. Good.
I'm good. I'm protecting the chest.
Chest. Hey,
One of us needs to.
sounds
point.
like a good idea.
Indeed.
Okay. You're up. He will see you over there. He will take one action. He will take aim at Saruk, and there we go. Number 1, a 12
That's
is
a crit miss.
critical failure. This is like whenever I initially tried to play BattleTech by only rolling 1d6 for all attack rolls.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Yeah, it did not work real well. So, you, my friend, lose your turn. So, okay. Okay. So now it's your turn, Lillian.
Cool. I'm debating the attempting to jump off of your trick as well. However, my options are go to the side with
With your flanking buddy.
I guess
With your flanking buddy.
yeah, no, which is real good. But there are only 3 of the total enemies over there.
Yeah, and then we can always, once they get dealt with, we can Frogger our way to the other side.
That's true.
Because that's just, from where I'm standing, it's a DC 10 and then a DC 10 again to 1-2. We would take a couple turns, but... Well, how fast is the current, Jason?
Next turn, I'm going to be moving the boat.
Okay. So it's a
After this
person. A
next-
person could swim in it, and it's not like super dangerous.
Yes, it's moving, but it's not. It would not be dangerous to swim.
Okay, so we could worst case scenario just swim across.
Okay.
If you're curious as to how deep it is, give me either survival or perception.
That would take an action on your turn, which seems spooky.
So I think for my movement, I would move to here, because you take one stride, right, and then you take a jump.
The stride is part of the 2 action.
Yeah.
Make a stride, and if you move 10 feet, then you can jump.
Okay, good. Double checking exactly how it's phrased for.
Okay, so you're going to move the 10 to jump to basically
from here to here.
Okay.
So that way I don't land on Silumgar.
Okay, give me that roll.
Nice.
Hey.
Yep, and that's going to be, if memory serves, DC 5 plus distance. So, yeah.
If only you didn't have to decide exactly beforehand, and you could just pick after the roll. I'd land here.
Now that's what 3.5 the jumping check was, is you rolled and that's how far you went. So a lot of times you'd overextend yourself.
I mean, that's a fair point. Yeah, but anyway,
Okay.
I don't think I count as my diagonal as my reach, right?
Yeah, that's 5 feet away to go like over the one.
Yeah, you would be considered flanking.
He wouldn't be flanking unless he had gang up, because we can't draw a line between my token, the bad guy, and his token. However, Silumgar is flanking right now because Silumgar does have gang up.
However, a rapier stab still hurts.
Yes.
And a 20 hits.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, it should be it for a hit, for the damage.
12, okay. And here we go. That is Mr. I am puking my guts out. Okay. The absolute terrible retching noises are, well, slightly less absolutely terrible. Okay. Seeing this, yeah, we'll solve this the way all good things should be, so even odd.
The way all things should be solved. Evens and odds.
So, Silumgar, welcome to your first arrow of the evening.
Of the evening, neat. And that's coming from the half-orc looking one. This one here, right?
Yes.
Make sure I'm not screened. Yeah, he's got clear line of effect. Neato. Here we go. I'm gonna die.
Even if you were screened, they
have an ability that ignores it.
Perfect aim. The scout ignores the concealed condition when he targets a creature. That creature doesn't benefit from being screened. Reduce the AC bonus the creature gets by 2 for cover.
That's spooky, considering there's 12 dudes.
Okay, here we try again.
That misses.
Both of those miss, but neither critically so.
Right.
So, once again, doing my best to avoid crit fails, and next is him. Where would you go?
Where did he come from? Where did it go from? So also after this loop of the initiative, we should probably
Yes.
call it so Levi and I don't leave my friends waiting. I'll talk to him, see if you guys, probably not tonight, but maybe eventually get you guys over there.
Okay.
If we all show up and shout Rune Lords at the top of our lungs, we can play more Rune Lords. This is my evil plan.
Okay.
Whatever it takes to get Rune Lords back.
Yes!
We'll move to here and take a single shot at you, Saruk.
Oh my.
And he actually hit you.
That he did.
Hit me?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Oh my. Oh no.
Oh no, oh my.
Oh no, what am I gonna do? It's almost, it's not like I have 74 HP.
Saruk is hopefully not off the chessboard. It
Yes.
pleases me.
Is it a sad thing
Wow.
about us that we can make puns even typing?
That's
Yep.
that's you and Josh.
So-
You are the master.
I
of
imagine
fun.
I just kind of feel the arrow like impact me in the side and I just turn and just kind of look at the person that shot it and just be like,
Excuse you.
yeah,
Is this
just
yours?
like, wait,
Drop this.
wait your turn, wait your turn.
If you have the skill feat, you're next.
I do. I forgot
At
about
this
it.
rate, I need to get it. At this rate, I need to get it.
It's really good. I was gonna use it when we fought the vampires, but I assumed they were all immune to being intimidated because there's ambos. But I walked up to the crappy skeleton, killed him. Was gonna just, but
Okay. Yep. He is going to he's going to end his bow, grab his kukris, and let's see how you like this, strange sir. And he throws his kukri into the boat and falls flat on his face.
I mean that is a heck of a throw.
Well, he
Is that-
intended.
Is that the one in front of me?
Yes,
Okay. Nice.
it was not intended.
If a kukri punctures our boat and sinks it in one like oopsie throw, I want a new boat right now.
Just give me a little bit. I'll do it.
Yeah. Craft a boat. Make this boat better. Make us a construct boat. 2 boats become 1. We have 2 boats in a net. MacGyver it.
It's killing me. All I can say is it's just flat killing me.
I mean, there are a lot of them, and if they start rolling well, we will be in danger.
Okay. Well, he gets up.
It would provoke, but we don't have that ability because it's Legacy Pathfinder.
Wait, who gets up?
The guy standing in front of Lillian and me.
No,
I was about to.
No?
or-
no,
Mm-mm.
he's no. We're to the next person on the
Yes, I see.
shelf.
Hey, over there.
I'm still trying to find them.
Just so it's not the person in front of me. Basically, I can
Yeah.
attack of opportunity. Just making
There
sure.
they are.
Nope. He takes 1 to get up. Yes, you can make an attack of opportunity now against this gentleman right here.
Is that his
Hey.
flat-footed AC? Perchance? Was he getting him? Does that count?
Yeah, he's flat-footed as he tries to move. So
Okay, you
So
hit.
hits.
All right, so that's my full sneak attack damage nonetheless too. 21.
nice.
Ouch. He is definitely not feeling good. 21. Yeah, he is not a happy person. Okay. Next up, is the guy in front of you. Also, he gets back up. That's one turn. He's going to draw a kukri and try to get you. Because he is scared to death.
He's gonna get you.
And 25, I
That
assume
would
hits.
just hit, yeah. Even
Unfortunately.
after like a nimble
I don't have nimble dodge, unfortunately.
dodge.
For a massive 7 points. And that's his turn.
Oh no, I've lost more than 10 HP.
I know.
I hate to be so cocky, but like it really isn't that bad for me at the moment.
Until all 9 of those guys on your side of the river come and
Yeah,
swarm
until
you.
they all finally start hitting me, and then everything goes to crap.
Which is how the encounter works. It's like they're gonna miss.
Yeah,
a lot, but
that's
they'll see it when they
how
hit.
massive number campaigns go.
Mhm.
And yeah, okay. Saruk, inbound for you because you're the biggest threat to his friends at the moment.
Miss.
That misses by 5.
Yep. Why are you rolling the damage?
I
No.
hit.
He hit a
wrong
fish. He
button.
hit a fish in the river. It is dead.
It is dead, most certainly.
Oh,
Snack. Tuna, sushi to be made. Oh,
Yeah.
that hurts.
so that's a 22.
Yep. That's
I'm not
That's the tw-
flat-footed though, am I? Or do they have like gang up or whatever that ability is?
no, they do not.
So it just misses.
So just misses.
Bounces off his
Oh
chain.
right,
now.
yeah, because that's without the -5. Oh yeah, that just misses. I
Nice.
forgot I thought for a second that I was just like somebody else.
And it's Silumgar, Saruk, and back to the top.
Alright, so the thing I really like about Wolf Style is Wolf Style gives my unarmed strikes the forceful trait, like a glaive. So if every consecutive hit I get gets +1 per die, and I'm sneak attacking because I'm flanking with gang up, and that adds to the total amount of dice rolled. So I'm gonna commit to strike. First one's a 17.
And since he would be flat-footed to you at the moment.
That hits. And the second one is a natural 20.
Hey!
Oh, that's gonna
That
get real
hits.
scary.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna
this guy's so dead.
I'm gonna roll these 2 first. My third action may be different. So the first attack, the math is weird because forceful doesn't see the extra damage from crits. So
Right.
that's 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 5 from the first attack, which is 19 damage. Then the second one does 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 9 plus 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 5. I did because I doubled the dice up, but this one's a little higher because forceful, and then forceful doesn't see the dice on the other side. The second attack does 46 damage.
He's dead.
Okay. Well, I knew that would work out. So with my first attack, it just like one strike to knock his jaw, like to knock his head up, and then the second one crushes his windpipe. Just like hit up with this part of my knuckle and then bring the palm of my hand into him.
And the sad thing is, you don't just hear his windpipe crush, you hear his spine snap.
Nice. So he is now dying 2 on my initiative. Best practices is to... He's got a big minus on him. I will use my last strike. I guess I will commit to the full thing. At 18 with him at a whole... He's got a -6 on his
18 would have
AC.
hit anyway.
Yeah. So -6 to his AC from a combination of being prone and unconscious, and he's flat-footed to me because he's on the... Well, no, the flat-footed doesn't count. Does it crit, though?
18 is his AC exact.
Okay, fair. So then he just goes to dying 3 as like... I guess I just like grip his... As he goes to fall, squeeze down. I can't really move him because I'm not very strong, but like push down, use his momentum moving and follow it, and then just continue to just crush the life out of him. And that's my 3 actions. Man, monk rogues are neat.
Sword fighter rogues.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's also the option of ranger rogues.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, there's probably even some fun stuff you could do with barbarian rogues.
Indeed. Well, yeah, PC boys are waiting, so if we could get a full attack from Saruk.
Yep, it's your turn, and then
Don't tell me how to do my turn, God.
Okay, I'm sorry. Step 3 times.
Sheesh.
Doot, doot, doot.
Yeah. Maybe I want to walk away. Maybe I just want to go and live the pacifist life now. Maybe I'm just like, live by the sword, die by the sword. Maybe it's time for me to put down the sword.
Saruk recognizes all these bandits as people he's run with. Oh, it's you guys. Yeah, I'll help. Sure.
Oh, you're Jeffrey. How's the kids? Oh,
Surely
okay,
with
the
12,
publisher-
well, 11.
Yeah,
Surely with
yeah.
11 aids
Shake-
on your
shake-
thievery, you can get this off.
Yeah. How? Oh, you're Jeffrey, Shank. How are the kids? Oh, well, they're orphans now.
okay.
So this is a combat grab strike against the person that I just hit. The one to the southeast.
Yep.
19 to grab him.
Yeah. That.
Makes him
That
flat-footed for a while.
All right, so that's 12 points of damage, just normally.
Okay.
And then this is another attack against him, and that's not a crit failure against him, is it?
Considering he's
brings his-
flat-footed now.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All right, one more time. Nope.
If
I'm
18's
still-
his AC, it's enough to
Yeah.
keep it from Bumble City.
Yeah.
So I
Just
only get one
barely.
hit on him. Oh, I
Yeah.
really
But he
really
remains
dislike my
flat-footed.
roll. But he is still flat-footed, so if he tries to back off from me, then I get another attack against him against this flat-footed.
Which is really nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
that- Okay.
can I please
you
hit
got-
more than once?
And
Maybe
you
next time.
you put 12 points on him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Flavor that kill.
Oh, oh. I'm just
Can I
gonna
please
grab
hit you
him,
more than
shank
once?
him, kind of look him in the eyes as he's life fates, and I say, "Wait, Thomas?" And he's just like, ugh. And I just kind of like look at him as he goes lifeless, and look to the other guy and say, I owed him two gold for a card game back in the mainland.
Not
Looks like I
anymore.
don't got to pay that back.
Victory indeed.
Okay. So at this point, we're back to the top of the order,
Indeed.
and the score is 1 dying 3, 1 dying 1, 1 other hurt, and from there, we will pick this up next week.
A mildly annoyed Saruk.
With a couple arrows sticking out of him.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's y'all's turn to take a bunch of damage while Lily and I take the easy side of the
Yeah, I still
encounter.
haven't. I've only taken, 11 points so far? My AC is pretty darn good, thankfully.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Well, in any case, Levi and I are expected at the end of Planar Crossroads, so we must depart. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, ding that bell for more of our Tuesday night 2E soonish, maybe. I don't know exactly what the schedule is like. I don't really want to make a hard schedule for this group because I like the fluidity, but we should be going back to the Greenwich colonies at some point. I am working on my playtest game. Josh's will be very different, I'll say. And I don't know what Levi's planning, but he has plans. Anywho, gotta get out of here. Say bye, guys.
Bye. I'm not
He's
sure I
done.
actually have plans.
Make plans.